Hey guys, it's Kathy. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I'm going to turn the light up a little bit. Just a little bit. See if it helps. Make things a little bit brighter in here. I hope you're doing great today. Welcome. Welcome to Inktober stream. Today we're going to be talking about Elizabeth Gaskell. She was a writer in the 19th century, and she died at age 55 from heart failure. Strange thing to start out with, but I thought it was kind of interesting that she died at 55. It's really young. I know that, in the oldie times, like, people died earlier sometimes, but a lot of the women we've been covering died in their late 70s, and she died at 55, which was really young. She was the first biographer of Charlotte Bronte. She apparently were not really good buds with Charles Dickens. They had a complicated friendship. Oh no, that was Charlotte Bronte and Elizabeth Gaskell. They had a complicated friendship. Gaskell was friends with Bronte for the last 5 years of her life, corresponding with her, while staying at each other's homes and becoming acquainted with her personal circle and family circumstances in Haworth, West Yorkshire. So let's start about Elizabeth Gaskell. Just a minute, let me get to my pages here. Here we go. There's a place called the Elizabeth Gaskell's house, and it's in Manchester, I believe. Manchester, England. And Elizabeth Gaskell was born in 1810 and lived at 84 Plymouth Grove in Manchester with her family from 1850 until her death in 1865. I'll read this blurb here because this one's a little bit complicated. Elizabeth, known to her family as Lily. Elizabeth's diary and her many wonderful letters show her as a conscientious mother, deeply concerned about her family. But she was also a prolific writer, a volunteer teacher, a charity worker, a traveler, usually with a daughter but without William, her husband, and a very sociable woman. She would mix happily with people of all types, and she used her experiences in her writing. She seems to have been a charming but independent-minded woman. Her enterprise is shown in the fact that she bought a large house in Hampshire without William's knowledge as a surprise present for him and as security for her daughters. She died there suddenly of a heart failure on 12 November 1865, aged 55. You can see a full timeline of her life on the Gaskell Society website. Right now I'm on the elizabethgaskellhouse.co.uk website. I will read this blurb now. Elizabeth Gaskell was born in 1810 and lived at 84 Plymouth Grove in Manchester with her family from 1850 until her death in 1865. Just real quick, I'm going to listen and see if you guys can hear me. 50. Yep, you can. Okay, good. Let's... Quick, I'm going to listen and see if you guys can hear me. 50. Yep, you can. Okay, good. Let's... Quick, I'm going to listen and see. Just want to make sure that we had some background music too. Okay, Elizabeth Cleghorn Stevenson was born in London in 1810. A year later, on the death of her mother, Elizabeth... Wow, her mother died a year after she was born. Elizabeth was taken to Knutsford, Cheshire, with her aunt Hannah Lum. The arrangement was a happy one. She was to refer to her aunt as my more than mother, and was to use Knutsford as the inspiration for her fictitious town of Cranford. Apparently, in her books, I am imagining. Okay. Knutsford also became Hollingford in Wives and Daughters. In 1832, Elizabeth married William Gaskell, the assistant minister at Cross Street Unitarian Chapel in Manchester. Their third home was a large house near open fields in Plymouth Grove. All right. This is kind of sounding a lot like gobbledygook to me, so it's hard. I'm not able to take in the information as well as sometimes Wikipedia just does it for me, you know? So let's go to Wikipedia real quick. Wikipedia, where are we? Did I pick you up in Wikipedia? I did. Okay. Excuse me. Elizabeth Cleghorn Gaskell, often referred to as Mrs. Gaskell, was an English novelist, biographer, and short story writer. Her novels offer detailed studies of Victorian society, including the lives of the very poor. Her first novel, Mary Barton, was published in 1848. So let's see. If she was born in 1810 and Mary Barton was published in 1848, that would make her first published at 38 years old. And then she died at 55. Let's see. Okay, let's get a little bit more here. So she wrote, hold on. In terms of Gothic writing, I will tell you, one claim to fame for hers, which nobody talks about, is that she said a watch pot never boils. It's credited and popularized by Benjamin Franklin, who said a watched pot is slow to boil in 1785. However, she has a watched pot never boils in her 1848 novel, Mary Barton. So, under Benjamin Franklin's pseudonym Poor Richard, in his Poor Richard Almanac, he wrote a watched pot is slow to boil, and that was in 1785. And she wrote it in 1848. So we're talking, you know, a good 75 years later, maybe? Or no, yeah, about that, like 70-ish years later, she wrote a watched pot never boils, a version of a watched pot is slow to boil. But that's what everybody says. So just thought that was an interesting little tidbit. And her Gothic stories include A Dark Night's Work, Lois the Witch, The Old Nurse's Story. She wrote several Gothic tales, which blend supernatural elements with psychological realism. These stories often contrast with her more famous social novels and explore themes like hysteria, curses, and mystery. All right, so if you would like to learn more about Elizabeth Gaskell, there is the website and the place, Elizabeth Gaskell House. And I did go on to quotations by women and found some quotes. And I really liked waiting is far more difficult than doing. And what else did I find that was good that I liked? Well, I like what's the use of watching? A watched pot never boils. That might be kind of cute to do. I could do that one. And I really like to draw a pot, so maybe I'll do that one, actually. I really like to draw teapots, so. And I did not do a sketch today. I did, however, do research, obviously. I did research. And I forgot yesterday because I was, I pretty much took yesterday off. I was very tired, and I mean, I did my streams, but when I was done, I took the day off, and I kind of forgot until I went to bed. I forgot to post my Oh my gosh, I'm losing my words. I forgot to post in the posts area. I forgot to post my little thing with the quotes, with quote ideas on it. Sorry, I can't talk yet, obviously. I'm gonna just pull up on Unsplash, perhaps. I'm gonna pull up some let's go to Unsplash. I often will go to Google just because I'm not copying anybody. I'm just like getting a general sense, so I don't see the problem with opening up Google to look for some teapots. But let's go to Unsplash for just for kicks, right? Because we can. Unsplash. Let's go to teapots. You guys, I have to tell you, I know it doesn't seem like I'm talking a lot because I'm talking like a couple hours a day on stream, but my throat has like been really bothering me. All right, we got some teapots. So I'm trying to rest my voice the rest of the time. But cheers. But yeah, my throat has like been bugging me. All right, I like that pot. Is that TMI for me to tell you? I'm gonna just take a quick little screenshot of this, just because I can. Just because that's kind of a cute one too. Well, now that we're looking at them, oh, that one's cute. I like that. I think I like this kind. I'm gonna screenshot it. Laura Aday is the photographer, and thank you, Laura. I like that one. That's kind of a good one too. I like that. I'm gonna screenshot that. And let's see. Ooh, look at that. That's like a picture. That's a wild one. Ooh, I like this one too. That's super old looking. These are nice. I like that. The scallopy one. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I like that. All right, yeah, let's do a watched pot never boils. These are cute too. Look at the cute little spout. It looks like a little elephant, doesn't it? MD Mahdi. Cute one. Cute teapot. And this one's cute. I like the little scallops in it. Aptem Main. I can't pronounce because I don't know the language, but that's a lovely, beautiful teapot there too. And let's see. They're all so cute. And I like the ones that are like the more functional. I mean, they're super cute, but they're the ones that are meant for the actual, burner are cute. So this is going to be, excuse me, we're going to do what's the use of watching? A watched pot never boils. Let's do that. So I have this piece. I like to save these things because I save things because I know that I'm going to use them for something else. And I have this holder, this like iPad holder that I got from IKEA. And there's this little lip here that makes it hard for me to swipe. So I like just grab things sometimes to see if I can just stick them in there just to prop it so it's a little bit higher, but that doesn't really seem to be working very well. Let's see. Is it working? Yeah, no, no, it's not working. All right, well, I tried. What can I say? Tried. Okay. Let's let me see here. Let's do this. Just adjust. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. All right. I want to write this quote down real quick on a little piece of paper because I don't want to have to flip back and forth. What's the use in watching? What's the use in watching? A watched pot. Never boils. We don't even have to do the first part, actually. Gaskell Mary Barton. 1848. Okay. What's the use in watching? A watched pot never boils. I mean, we might be able to work that in, right? We'll see. Let me get to the, let's get to the teapots here. Okay, which teapot do I want to use? I love the one that looks like a little copper elephant. So cute. So, so cute. All right, I'm gonna just turn a little bit like that. And maybe we'll do like, how's that okay? How's that? How's that? I think that's good. Let's do, Gee, things got quiet all of a sudden, huh? I like that little V shape. Super cute. Okay, let's see here. We got, what's the use in watching? A watched pot never boils. What's the use in watching? Where do I want to write this? Do I want to write this? I don't know. Going back to our pot. I used the really, I think I used the most beat up pot for this, but it's got so much character, you know? That's why I liked it. I like the dirt that my pen is giving me today. It's really nice. This picture has a lot of portions where it's not in focus. There's a lot of fuzz, which is helpful for the mood. It's definitely nice. I do want to get some more grit up here though. On this little handle. Do some handle grit. And get some more just some details. Let's see here. Do I want to continue? So I started doing the negative space, and I'm continuing doing it because I started it. Do I love it? It doesn't really matter if I love it because I'm doing it. I already committed to it. I committed and it's happening. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't know if I love it. But I think I need to add more at the bottom. Let's see. Let's just keep going with this and see where it takes us. I'm gonna grab another pen though, I think, because I think I want a little more ink in my dirt here. Got a lot of dirt going on. What's the use in watching? A watched pot never boils. How could I? What's the use in watching? What's the use in watching? Do I want to add what's the use in watching is the question. I kind of like it. I kind of like it because it's different. It's unexpected. If you didn't know, you know, it tells you more about how she used it, you know? And I think we have room. But where shall I put it? What's the use in watching? I watched pot. Let's go in on this a little bit. Let's get a little wild here. Do I have enough ink in this pen? I know that I need to refill. Maybe I'll do that today. What's the use in watching? I kind of like the thought of taking it from here, maybe, you know, let's do that. What's the use in watching? A watched pot. That's better. What's the use in watching? Watched pot. Never boils. Grab our little cheat sheet here. What's the use in watching? A watched pot never boils. Okay, let's do Elizabeth Gaskell's name down here. Mary Barden. Let's switch pens. Mary. Mary Barden, 1848. Okay. Now. Okay, pen. Need a pen, need a stick. We're gonna stir up some white ink. Do I have a stick? I'll tell you what I have. I have a lovely little bamboo toothbrush I'm going to use. Let's open this and let's stir some up. Let's stir up this ink. Let's get ourselves a brush and let's go in. This is Cartoonist ink by Kuretake Zig. And you need to stir it and add water to it. Because when you get it, it comes like when you get it, it's like clay. Excuse me. It's like very fine meld, or you know when you're like just out in the wilderness and there's like a river and there's all this clay and you walk into some clay and you're like, oh, this is great. This is like a mud bath. It's really silky and gray or grayish brown or whatever. That's kind of how this stuff feels. It's very, I'm just grabbing a brush over here. I've got some brushes here. I just want to grab a brush that I can feel like I can really rely on for something I can rely on. I'm just going to use this cap. I have this cap here. I'm just going to use this cap and put a little water in there and take my whatever ink's on here and just use it right off my little bamboo toothbrush here. There, okay, that should be good. Let's just clean this up because, oh. This stuff covers really well. You can see right now it looks kind of not, because I watered it down a bit. I'm going to move you closer so you can see what I'm doing better. So I'm just grabbing some of this ink. I'm just going to cover up a little bit here. I drew right into my smoke lines. No biggie. I think I might have to let this area dry a little better. Before I go in, but I do really I like this stuff. It definitely comes to the rescue when you know, do what I just did, which is all right, that's better. Let's see. Do we want to change anything down here? Yes. I'm gonna do the loop. And over here, Gaskell. This might not be the right brush actually, but that's okay. I think I have to take my glasses off for this part. I gotta get in there pretty close here. I hope my head's not in the way, but if it is, forgive me. Forgive me for having my head in the way, if it is. So like white ink to the rescue, right? Okay, so if I was doing this for anything more, you know, like, I'm gonna move this P because I can. Oh, wait. Ooh, it's moving my ink around. That doesn't make me happy. Shoot. See, I'm just getting a little happy here, doing all kinds of stuff I shouldn't be doing. But, you know, it's just fun. I think I just want to move my P. I'm going to relocate you, little P. And I'm just going to keep piling on this ink. So while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to just do some, while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to do some highlights and things with this ink because it's fun and I can. And I already watered some down, so I have it. So why not? So let's just do like little finger marks here. And let's do some little nothing fancy. Just using it as some paint. You know, this could be really cute with some, I think I'm going to use a larger brush and some of the black ink and do some, you know, smoky stuff, I think. So for the time being, I think I'm done with this white ink now, for the momento. And I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to wash off my little bamboo toothbrush there. Okay. I think I'm going to grab a brush and we're going to do some smoky billows, some little billows of smoke. Let's grab this nice brush. And let me find my ink. Okay, we have this. I have two kinds of ink. I think I'm gonna use this Sumi black ink, I think, because I like it. Here's what I'm gonna use. This stuff. I like this stuff. It's new to me. It's recent. I got it. I mean, I kind of bought it because I just needed some ink, but I actually found a bottle of India ink that I had. And I didn't realize. If I had known. Uh-oh, can't pour this. Let's just do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, we got a little ink on here. We're just doing it this way because that's just how we're doing it. I'm gonna just move you up a little bit. I'm gonna just move you up a little bit like here because that's better. So we can get a full-on view of what's happening here. And things got quiet all of a sudden. Things get quiet. You know something's happening when things go quiet. All right. This is giving me good spooky vibes, even though it's not necessarily like spooky. I'm liking it though. What's the use in watching? Okay. Let's draw our P again now. You watched. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm going to use that brush. I'm going to use this brush because it's thinner and it's hopefully going to give me the line that I want. I want a watched pot. Okay, now we have to contend with this O that's like super far away. So let's do that. And then we'll do that, that, and then we'll do that. This is called connecting by swirlies, because that's what I'm doing. A watched pot never boils. Okay, that works. Let's do a little flourish here and a little one here. I like that. All right, great. Excellent. Excellent. Worked out. All right. Let's just refine some of this. Let's make A a little more separated from that W though. A. Okay. All right, I better quit while I'm ahead here. I could get into some trouble very easily with this. All right, I love it. A watched pot never boils. What's the use in watching, right? All right, yes, let's rinse our brush out. There we go. All right, let me do some quick important things like shut my water so I don't spill it everywhere. Buy water and make sure, oh, sorry. Make sure that my ink is shut. That's shut and safe. Now let's shut this ink. Let's wipe it off first, actually. There we go. I like this stuff. This was a good buy. It was like about 12 bucks for this gigantic thing of ink. It's Sumi ink, black Sumi ink. It's not waterproof. It's kind of water resistant, like when it dries, but it's not completely waterproof. So just a good to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this today. Let's do a close-up shot. Let's do a close-up. Let's see how this is. Okay. A watched pot never boils. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm gonna get my face out of here so you can get a full picture of the art. Sorry about the shadow. That's my phone shadow. And there we have it. Thanks, Elizabeth Gaskell. And hey, Ben Franklin, if you inspired the quote, thank you too. But thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this one. And I hope you have an awesome day. I'll be back at 12:30 to draw another page of my upcoming coloring book, Night Garden Fairy Cats. So I'll just quickly show you what I did yesterday, just so you can see what I've been doing if you haven't seen what I've been doing, right? Because why not? So yesterday, that's what we did yesterday. So basically, it's a vertical stream, and I'm just drawing on my Procreate and chatting. So I hope you had a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for our next subject of Inktober. And you know what? I don't even know who it is right at this very moment, but I'm going to find out soon because I'm going to start doing research. So, okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.